Welcome back, one and all, to Thionite Plays Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Welcome to the finale. This is the very last episode of the main story of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and what a journey it has been to get here. Everything, quite literally everything, all 134 main series episodes has led up to this very moment when we can finally assault Zed's little palace. His little theater will be now under the assault of the strongest of Ouroboros candidates. Well, not candidates, we are Ouroboros. Everborn, we are the best. Between the last episode and this episode, I did a tiny, teensy bit of extra preparation. I did do what I said I might. I made a few extra gems, a bit of an upgrade, not extremely helpful, but we'll see if they help. Well, the helpfulness of those gems are yet to be seen, but I am sure they're going to play some tiny role, even if I don't notice it or bring attention to it at all. Another thing I did, I gave myself one extra level. We were only a few thousand experience points away. I think it was like 3,000 experience points from level 72. So I got everyone up to level 72, which should be, in terms of difficulty, you know, just on the cusp of, you know, being reasonably confident in my ability to succeed, because I really don't want to lose these fights. But 72, I think, is a comfortable level to be at for the end of the game. One other tiny note, I also got 1 to 2 extra Ouroboros interlinked skills. I basically spent all of the SP I could on making sure everyone's Ouroboros skills are as up-to-date and as powerful as possible. And then one tiny other thing to note before we continue on. I changed lands over to the Signifier class, which is Fiona's class, because I'll get more into the reason why I have the team composition that I do in a bit, eventually, at some point, but don't worry about that. I have a reason. And I also turned Senna into Zeon's defender class. So everything revolving around these guys, they should be good. And I also, well, I allowed the auto build function to assign accessories and stuff. So everyone is pretty much as I expect them to be. Everything looks good. We are going into this with Masha, which may not be the smartest of choices for heroes. If you want my professional opinion, probably someone like Fiona. If you're into debuffs and buffs and stuff like that, Fiona's Signifier is really good. And then Miyabi is a close second, I would say. Fiona and Miyabi if you're going with heroes, or Izzard if you're going with like a more offensive chain attack build, because that's a pretty good one. I highly recommend Izzard, but you should be good with whatever you're comfortable with. I will say comfort in your team composition is probably for the best. But that is going to wrap up all of my preamble housekeeping nonsense. We are here. We are not stalling anymore. Beneath the very heart of Origin, inside the nucleus, we are going to confront Zed once and for all. So let's get straight into this. This is going to be, I will say, a probably, oh, the door's open, a probably very long episode. This one will be as long as it takes.
The time has come.
Oh, it absolutely has, Mio.
Time to change the world.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's get this going. Zed's waiting for us right beyond these doors. Finally, we can wallop some sense into him. There's no turning back once we proceed past this point. Are we all ready? We are as ready as I could possibly make us without actually severely overhauling everything I want to do. And I don't want to do that, so let's go through these doors. Come on, let's go.
Come on now, you lot! It's time for Colony 4 to show off his fangs! So what are you loafing around for? Get your asses in gear!
Sorry, boss. It's just the engine's conked out and won't start.
Well then kick the mudder till it does! You gotta be firm! Really give it some elbow grease here!
Sir, that's insane. This is a delicate instrument.
Delicate? My arse! Whack it! Smack it! Show me who's sparking boss!
I'm telling you, you can't just kick it and...
Well, looky here, guess I'm the boss!
Is this a joke?
All right! Now we can come out swinging. Who's with me? Yeah! We owe our lives to them. Now's the time to show them how we shine. Come on, full throttle! Can't let the other colonies steal our thunder now!
Where are we? Zed.
We found him. At last.
How many times is it now that I and you have confronted each other here like this? Yes, you're welcome to come on up. How many incarnations? How many ascents into the spotlight? And once again, I shall endeavor to ask this of you. Tell me, why not resign yourself to the flow?
It's unfortunate. Sounds like my memory isn't all that.
You have come to stop the flow, have you not? This march of time, stilled for eternity. You intend to stop it by removing me.
So is it flowing, or is it stopped? You're not making any sense, mate.
Basically, if we can take you down, the world kicks up again. At least, that's what I'm picking up from all that.
Human desires can be much likened to a river flowing. All humanity yearns for it, the endless now. That is why I'm here, you'll find. My existence alone, it is proof and evidence.
Cut the crap! Who in the world would possibly wish for this? I refuse to be controlled by you!
Although, thanks to the stunts you pulled, we managed to twig onto a whole lot of stuff. We learned how best to use the time we have. And for that, you get a real good thanking.
You said it. Though 10 years is a mere glimpse, we now know the importance of true choice. We'll build it for ourselves. A world with the freedom to choose!
Not a hollow world of fiction like this one! Everyone wants a reality that they can believe in!
Freedom is nothing more than fiction, a deception. Those with power, those who can choose, think nothing of it. What then of those who cannot choose? What about the meek and frail? Not everyone is granted as many options as you all have. Will you share? Give them some of yours? Will you call that charity? Or compassion? Will you show it? Imagining them who are granted it to be thus satisfied? Imagining not a piece of wretchedness to remain? Making the best possible choices under duress, living the best life. There are no losers in the world I offer. With a turn of the clock, anyone can be a winner, given the time.
The only thing we ever do is take lives. There is no winning. You can't just invent some rule.
Why do you recoil from taking lives? The world itself has set this rule. Why resist? It is through consumption of life that this world persists. Denying it is self-delusion. The only outcome, self-destruction. It is unequivocal fact. The imperative that is intrinsic to all living things. The source of our power, and of all living things, lies therein. Young, spirited people, trading lives, aiming for new, ever loftier heights with each new day. That explosive motive power is something we lack. The essence of life. And we are here to express ourselves as an embodiment of life.
So that's it? That's what you're getting at? Just for that, you gave those two an impossible choice? Is that why you made Joran and Chris into Moebius?
Of course. As for the why, it's because it amuses me. The action-packed drama of your lives. We are its foremost audience. Now then, play it out for me. What will the next act entail? Bereavement or revenge? A revolution, perchance? This world is never boring. Not while your lives continue to make it so effervescent.
I'll end him.
I just got it. Huh? Fighting in order to live. The words Miyabi left me with. Now, this is exactly when they were for.
Yeah, Mio's got it right. At first it was all fun and games. When we got Ouroboros powers, we were just like, happy to get to live a little longer. That was it.
But now, things are different.
We learned that for many, there aren't any choices on the table at all. Because they were taken from them by a bunch of crusty old mutters.
The strength you talk about is all just smoke and mirrors. Real strength is different.
That's right. Knowing when to be close and when to let go. Walking together. Eventually choosing who you really are. That is strength. And that's the real battle here. To find that answer. The will to choose our actions moment to moment. And if you dare denounce that common right, we will defy you. To live in a future over which you lay no claim.
Sealing away your powers is trivial to me. Now then, the curtain rises.
We start off this fight against Zed with our Moebius interlinked powers shackled. We are completely unable to use either our link attack, our interlink, or our chain attack. So this is this is going to be a difficult fight. There are many aspects of this fight that I would like to talk about, and I will genuinely try my best to cover all of them. The most important of which being at the very start of this is that, unlike the vast majority of other enemies that we have fought over the course of this adventure, is that Zed has very notable skills. Not arts or not talent arts or anything like that, like actual skills. Like normally how we have our class skills, Zed also has skills, and they are a doozy. He has 3 of them. The first of which, I don't know the names of these skills, but I do know their effects. The first of which is he deals 0% less damage, but he takes 90% less damage. So right now, you can see by how little damage we're doing, we are only doing 10% of our damage right now. Normally, when we have a skill like that, it's like you take 25% less damage and you deal 25% less damage. So it's basically you trade your attack power for your defense power. For Zed, that's supercharged with no downsides. We're going to draw lucky 7s because that is going to be the best option at this moment. The second one is a break resistance. He has... Oh, hold on.
Let the stage of battle freeze your marrow.
Oh, this is another effect of the fight that we'll get to right now. Essentially, he has 1,000% break resistance. So, no chance of you breaking no matter what kind of debuffs or buffs you have on yourselves or on the enemies. Don't go for that. Just in this beginning stage of the fight, go for maximum damage. And then what he did right now only happens when he's at 95% of his HP. He will turn the entire stage, literally and metaphorically, into an ice, which inflicts a permanent slow status. So your movement speed and your general mobility is going to be significantly hindered. If you have positional-based arts, like you extra damage from the front or the side or behind, focus down. Know which one you want to be going for because movement is going to be hindered. It is a very difficult section of this fight if you're very movement dependent. Oh, his arts. Oh, definitely something to be aware of. I'll get to his arts momentarily. His last skill is a general debuff resistance of 200%. You're not going to be casting any kind of debuffs at all on this guy at this stage of the fight, so don't even try for that anyway. The beginning stages of this fight, just go for straight damage. Nothing matters more than getting damage. This section of the fight,
Stage of battle, scorch your flesh.
where he changes the entire arena into fire, is going to be very troublesome. This is a universal party-wide blaze effect that you cannot stop. So this, more than anything else, because it's doing constant damage to the party, you are going to need to take care of as fast as you can. Use lucky 7s, draw all of your combo arts, do everything you can, stay close to your healers, do everything in your power to end this phase as fast as possible. As I said, this one will happen at 90% of his HP, and then a little bit of a spoiler, at 85% HP, it will change again. So you want to get him down to 85% of his HP as quickly as possible, because this one is very dangerous. You can see how little damage we're still doing and how much damage he's doing to us. Lance is down. It's a good thing Masha is still up. Do we have general healing? Go for the back attacks. Anyway, let's get on to his arts. The one he just used, Reproach Barbarity. It is a single target move that does moderate damage, but increases, it inflicts resistance down. So he will lower your resistances with that move. Very bad, especially when you're being faced with constant debuffs and burning and status conditions. Very scary. Show me another move, Zed, or else I'll start talking about them myself. Oh, if he's planting those stuff on the ground, get out of that, because that's going to be like a volcano that just rockets up from the ground. Definitely want to avoid that if at all possible. Dusk, that's another one. It's a single target move that does a lot of damage. Nothing complicated about that. So you definitely just want to be aware of who he's targeting with that. It looks like we got him down to 85%, which is fantastic, because now we don't have to worry about the burning debuffs. Anyway, he has another one called the Dark Air of the Dawn, which is a single target multi-hit move that is an AoE in front of him, I believe, and it inflicts a random debuff, so not good. Make sure you have ways of curing debuffs. Now, there's Dark Air of the Dawn. Oh, that one we had evasion down. It's very scary. Anyway, another one that he did, we saw briefly right there, was Grim Inquisition, which is a linear AoE attack. He'll fire out like a laser in front of him and deal damage to everyone caught up in that laser. And the quirk of Grim Inquisition, it does continuous damage. So if you do get caught up in that laser, just get out of the way. Just quick step and dodge out of the way of that particular laser, and you can stop the damage. Reproach Barbarity, that's gonna, let's get out of the way of that. That's in front of him, resistance down, very not good. Although we are doing rather well on the HP front. Okay, this is good progress.
I will face you as many times as you want. The struggle is all that you are permitted.
All right, now he's at 85 because he put that shield on. And what this shield essentially does is not good because he is healing himself. Are we doing any damage? Nope, it doesn't look like we're doing any damage. This is not good. Right, once he gets 85%, that shield is coming out. And again, I just recommend keep hammering those attacks home. Keep doing as much damage as possible. You definitely want to keep doing it. Oh, he's got... Oh, I think that red goopy misty thing on the ground, I think that's inflicting Blaze on us, or it might be Blaze on Zed. Oh, Reproach Barbarity. Still want to do as much damage as possible. Oh, Tyon and Lance took some damage on that. Can we get Power Charge? If we can get Unlimited Sword back up for the next stage, that would be the most beneficial. Oh, he's doing something. Progress.
I have always known just how gutless you creatures are.
Watch out! That's the day I decided to have myself killed too. I didn't want to believe that we were the same.
I'll live for him, for Yoren. Live and keep my friends alive. This I swear.
I'm not going to imitate others' ways of living anymore. I'm staying true to who I am, and that's the way it's going to be. You want to see what we can really do?
The shackles are broken, and we automatically get a chain attack. Take it away, Senna. Let's do as much damage in this moment as possible. Go for the break. It's going to be useless, the break, but as you saw, it said no effect. We are going to do as much damage as possible. When this starts to happen, when your characters start to get their motivation and shatter through those chains, this is a perfect opportunity to use as much arts as you want to get some good healing. So if you're in dire straits with your HP, this is the moment to get some heals. Bing bang explosion. Oh, this is good. Do as much damage as possible. Shatter those shields. Nice. This is good. This is very, very good. We're doing rather well with this fight thus far. Hopefully we can keep up this high level of momentum throughout this entire thing. Only 100,000, but that's fine.
Very good. The first step in your so-called revolution. I shall observe carefully what you would term your strength.
I need you to live, Tyon. You must. Flee for the colony.
Who cares about the past? We aren't gonna give up.
I know what I have to do. I work to better myself, so I won't make the same mistakes.
Gonna smash you in.
Second chain attack. Uni and Tyon's turn. Brilliant Ascension. Again, Noah and Tyon can take the lead on this one. This will be still as much damage as we can get. By absorbing the power of the other Moebius in this theater, Zed is able to reconstitute his shield, but that does not matter to us because we will shatter it as many times as it takes. Brilliant Ascension. Fire those lasers, Uni. Pop a cap straight into his ass. Perfect. The exploding sniper rifle. Straight out of Borderlands. Zed, you have no idea the hell you've wrought. We will destroy you so completely. We will show you our strength. Another 100,000 damage.
I see. You would grow strong enough to withstand adversity. Fleeting beings, what will you show me next? Come now, entertain me.
It's been fun. Noah. Mia. Thank you.
We've come this far harboring everyone's hopes and dreams. And so, we would never stop now. Not when we've come so far.
We won't lose to you. We'll fight for all the people alive. Their desires will build the bridge to the future.
We'll finish it here.
We'll finish it here indeed, Noah. One final chain attack. Unleash all of the power of Lucky Sevens in this one attack. Destroy those shields so completely that no amount of Moebius power, energy, or any kind of spark or fire will ever be able to reconstitute it. Destroy him so utterly, he's not able to heal himself. Limits unbound. Let's get those Silver Surfer boards going and slice that guy to ribbons. Got him to ribbons, Noah. Oh, Mio's gonna take the lead on this one. The final assault by Mio's Ouroboros. Punt him around like he's a soccer ball. Perfect. Another 100,000.
I can hardly believe that your strength has grown thus. You would usurp me, grasp the future. I cannot assent. The curtain closes.
Unluckily for you, I am the one who decides when the curtain closes. I'm the only omniscient being here. Anyway, now that those chain attacks are successfully completed, we have unlocked our interlink power as well as the ability to use our chain attacks. And now that that's this stage of the fight, now that we have those abilities back, his skills are no longer in effect. That 1000% break resistance, 200% debuff resistance, the deal 0%, take 90% less damage, his insane defenses, all of that is officially been destroyed. We are back to full power. We are able to now go all out, completely and truly all out. And we are absolutely going to. But now that his insane resistances are officially destroyed, he now has more normal resistances. And essentially, he has a 50% resistance to break. So you're doing a coin flip every time you're doing break. Dusk, all of that. His arts, I believe, are still the same. So no changes to his arts. But his physical debuff resistance... Oh, no, Noah's down. That's unfortunate. His physical debuff resistance is also at 50%, so definitely want to focus down on physical debuffs. He is immune to knockback, blowdown, and ether debuffs. So don't go for ether debuffs, as Zed is completely immune to them. Okay, we're doing pretty good damage. Unfortunately, Noah does not have lucky 7. Zed killed me before that got reset. Reproach Barbarity. Oh, nice job, Uni, dodging that with flawless precision. Got the break. Nice. Ooh, should we go for the chain attack? Ooh, not sure if we should go for the chain attack. I think I want to save the chain attack for when... Oh, we got the nice topple. Very good. Get your ass on the stage. How does it feel to sit on your ass? Because that's all you do. You just sit in that chair, watch our lives. We'll show you the hilarity that is our life when we end yours. Let's keep going for the back attacks. I do want to draw, or I want to build back up Lucky Sevens. Oh, now that he's enraged, ooh, that might pose a problem. Once they're enraged, they get the general stat buff all around, so could be difficult. Luckily for us, we are getting a lot of consistent healing. I will say, I did not expect Masha to be so good in terms of healing, because, like, man, we are relatively steady with the HP. We're taking Zed down really quick, way quicker than I had planned for. I remember this fight being extremely difficult. Again, that's probably, like, you know, ignorant, inefficient playing the first time, but still. Masha is definitely helping. For this fight, I absolutely, extremely highly recommend having your hero be a healer. Having 3 healers normally is really good for your survivability, but in this one, I doubly recommend it. Having more healers, especially for the final boss, is never going to be a bad thing. We have our own interlink, so let's, now that it's at level 3, let's go for the break. Oh, that was quick. Wow, that was a shockingly loud scream.
This is all a sham! Is this Zed's true form? Or origins?
Why do this?
Huh?
If you restart Origin, time in perpetuity will flow once more. The opposing worlds will overlap. What lies beyond is oblivion. You ought to be aware of this. Yet even knowing it, you advance toward the future. Why?
Why? Let me turn it around for you. How can you be so sure? There should be a future where it doesn't happen.
No such thing exists. The present is all. The present is all we need. That is our unyielding wish.
Hear me, my loyal subjects. Starting imminently, we shall commence a full attack on Origin. The battle is not a fabrication. It is a fight to seize control of our lives. I need you now. Entrust your lives to your rightful queen, Melia Antiqua.
Right now, inside Origin, there are people fighting against all odds to create a future for us all. Those brave ones, they want to teach us the true meaning of life. For the future they dare to forge. Let us join the path that they showed us. Let us join the fight.
Look at all those colonies, fighting as one. Now that is a sight.
If we can just come out on top today. Commander, we'll do it. We'll build it for you. A new world for every one of us.
It has been a while, Mia. Queen of Agnes. I am in your debt, across the centuries.
Nonsense. Don't mention it. I simply did what needed doing. and entrusted the rest to the right people.
I see that you're still affecting that elocution.
Oh my, it befits me not.
Do not hide your stripes.
All right. Then let's thrash those goons, Melia.
Gladly. Together. The will of young people, weaving a future. That is, the indispensable force that drives worlds forward.
I know just how scary taking the first step can be. And yet, it was young folks like that that set whole worlds in motion, overcoming their own fears. In the hope that the future will birth more such people.
I'm afraid I cannot allow you to proceed. This world must remain in the endless now!
Now I get it. The true source of power from which Moebius stems. And why they so desperately seek the endless now.
Yes, I think I see it too. What the Queen said. There is some Moebius within us as well.
Yeah, and it's our own selves. We're scared of ourselves, and we lose track.
We cut off our own way to the future.
The possibilities!
In that case, there's only one thing we can do.
To believe in the path we've walked this far, and in the future that lies ahead!
The next stage of the fight begins. Zed Infinite. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be quite the fight indeed, with all of our allies acting in tandem. We have got Alchemoth fully mobilized, and Cloudkeep made whole once again by reuniting with the rest of Agnes Castle. Melia, where on earth was this, capabilities when we needed to climb the Mechonis? And man, Nia, the World Tree, we could have used that, a lot. It would have been better. So helpful. Anyway, Zed Infinite. This is the next stage of this final boss, and this is quite the doozy. As you might be able to see, Moebius Zed Infinite, is quite unlike any other foe that we have fought at this stage of the game. Our auto attacks, oh boy, that was a bad one. We need to get everyone up. Right, okay. You're probably, I don't know, can we? Yeah, you're not going to be able to get back behind, around him for various effects. The best you're going to be able to do is technically get around to the sides. So that is definitely something to be aware of. Zed Infinite. Okay, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Anyway. His resistances, because he does have resistances, and they might not be as terrible as you expect. His break resistance, the most important resistance, is at 90%. So while you are technically able to inflict a break, it is going to be very hard, especially if you have stuff like Glitter Stream. Glitter Stream does affect it from the side, but if your break attacks have, like, rear positional conditions, like you have to get behind an enemy to inflict it, be aware that you might want to choose a different one. Resisted. Okay, so no break on that. That's fine. Aside from that, he has a 75% resistance towards physical debuffs. Oh, Topple. Moonless. Okay, well, we can talk about his arts. Moonless, as you just saw, is very bad because it topples. It's a pretty much it's a wave attack that affects everyone it hits and can force topple, I believe. It hits all enemies, it does moderate damage. Oh, it only has a chance at topple. It's not a guarantee. Oh. What's happening? Oh, add all the pressure you want. Oh, the game is kind of... yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, so... Oh, wow. Okay, Hand of Origin. That's another one we have to definitely be aware of. It also hits all enemies. It can do a fairly sizable chunk of damage and inflict knockback. There are, like, lasers that come in from, like, above his sides, and that's the terrifying one. Blaze and Regenerate. Oh, he's got a regeneration effect. Definitely want to do as much damage as possible. Archon Purge, that's another one. That is an AoE attack in a line in front of him. So it's like another laser-based attack, and that can do... it's a fairly sizable damage. Oh, what was that one? Something Catastrophe? A Gravity Catastrophe. That was the move he just did that took out lands. It is... Oh, actually, no, it's not. That was coincidental. Gravity Catastrophe inflicts accuracy down as well as a slow recharge. So that can be very dangerous if you're, especially for your healers. If he's doing Gravity Catastrophe, be aware that your healers and healing in general is going to go down because that slow recharge is going to be a doozy. Oh, is he doing, oh, he might be, oh no, that's just focusing on everyone outside. Tyon is down and lands is low, so I'm gonna draw lucky sevens and do as much damage through this as possible. Oh, Mio. Oh, Masha's the only healer and at 43. Oh, we need to get a chain attack. Get lands and Tyon need to go up right now. Get up right now. Okay, everyone. Okay, we've got the chain attack. Everyone's alive. We need to use this chain attack for healing. Radiant Artificer, critical hit damage. Nice. Okay. It's doubly helpful that we have Tachyon Slash. So let's get Noah going. Definitely want to do that. And then we can get... Oh, right. This is not going to be a heavily damaged focus chain attack because we need to heal. That is an absolute must. Mio, go for Blessed Edge. Get as much healing as possible. Definitely hold off on your chain attacks. I will say, for this fight, you're going to absolutely want your chain attacks for heals. Damage is not necessarily your highest priority. Survivability is. The damage will come in time. I promise you that. Oh, another thing to note. I'm looking at my notes that I'm keeping for this fight because there is a lot to remember. Noah. Zed Infinite also has a skill, just like his previous form. But luckily for us, there is only one skill, and it's not a terribly difficult one to deal with. Masha, go for Blessed Edge. It is a skill that the debuff timers on your main party are 100% longer. So it essentially, it's like if it's a 10-second break debuff, then it'll go up to like a 20% or 20-second break debuff. So essentially it just makes everything way longer. Our HP is doing good. Tyon is the next attacker, so we're gonna stick with using Tyon. Go for as much damage as possible with like Demolition. Very nice. We're a tiny bit below, or a tiny bit above half health, which is very good. We're doing really good on the damage. Right, Tyon is single-handedly bringing him below half, which is very good. Masha's the one that's coming back. That's fine. Use Mio. So we'll do Mio, then we'll do Masha. Get, again, as much heals as possible. That'll bring us up to 27. Let's do lands, do this. If we can get physical buffs from Signifier as well, that's also pretty good. And then Uni can definitely do this with Taunt. Definitely want to have the defenders take the aggro. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, the rest of his arts. We covered Archon Purge, single, or line AoE. Oh, something's happening. Oh, no, wait, that's just the Ouroboros art. Never mind. Looking at my notes distracts me. I will try and curb my distractions. Anyway, Archon Purge, AoE line in front of him, moderate damage. Right, another one he did is a Moebius Breath we've seen at several stages. Moebius Breath is a single target move over the top of that does moderate damage, but it also inflicts ether defense down as well as toxin, which is essentially the poison effect, which is just another version of, you know, blaze and burn or what have you. So it's more residual damage. So if he's doing Moebius Breath, make sure you've got some debuff canceling arts like Cure Bullet from Valdi. That's a good one. We covered Hand of Origin, Moonless, very dangerous arts, Gravity Catastrophe. He also has one called Grand Master that we're going to talk about in a moment. Not a chance. The fight continues. Oh, oh, wow, we did rather well with that. I mean, we're doing pretty well, Zed. You're going to have to try harder.
Again. I hope you'll give us Moebius a good show.
Oh, this is going to be probably the most careful or the most contentious part of this fight. This is essentially the second phase of Infinite Zed, because right now we are fighting X Infinite, Moebius X, not truly dead. It is, as everyone has said, that these true Moebius, not so easy to kill. Anyway, this is going to be the phase of the fight where your party is split up. You can see we're only fighting with the Kavesi bros, Noah, Uni, Lands, and Masha. This is why I changed the class of Senna and Lands. Because if your Kavesi and Agnian parts of your team composition are like, if you have Uni and Lands being your defenders, then it is going to be very difficult. Everyone is really low. Go for Final Lucky Smash. Got the break, got the topple, got the launch, and the smash. Lots of damage. Very nice. Can we get some heals? Give me some heals, baby. Anyway, they have their own special arts, but we'll talk more about them in a bit.
Noah and the others are trapped. I must hurry to their rescue.
Get a load of this.
Now is our chance. I am sending you reinforcements. Everyone, lend Ouroboros your power. All is for the future connected.
I won't be defeated. Not here, not now.
This is the last mission.
I pledged myself to you after all.
This fight is nothing but an honor.
Riku add power to mix.
Manana, make open path. You lot always have to make an
All of our heroes are joining the fight. Oh, Melia, you are an absolute gem. Sad Balloon. We're starting off by talking about the arts before the fight ends. Sad Balloon, they'll summon several balloons above the party. They'll do moderate damage and can inflict a bleed and a toxin, which is no small thing to worry about. Void Sickle, that's another move. It is a single target attack that hits multiple times with a secondary additive, like AoE effect around the target. So whoever's being faced with Void Sickle, just get away from them. And that it'll also inflict Blowdown for even more damage. And then they have another one called Meaningless Pain, which is an all-enemy... Well, it'll attack everyone on the field and do major damage with Topple.
Now, to stamp out this evil at its source.
We were saving the best for later.
This is it, the real deal, the final punch-up. Let's make it one for the ages.
I'll fight with you.
Cold of you to leave me behind.
Ta-da! Thanks for waiting.
If you think you can interfere, then you have misassessed me grossly. And yet you will make not a shred of difference.
Many thanks.
Now we can move on to Y Infinite. With all of our Agnian bros, let's switch over to Taion, because we need to take advantage of being the attacker. With lots of heroes, this one is going to be relatively easier, especially compared to... Or, well, it depends, because you don't technically have the party's hero with this. You only have 3 people to work with, but that's not going to be a massive deal, because we have a lot more heroes to work with. Y Infinite has a move called Sandblast, and as you just saw, it is an AoE move that does moderate damage, and it also has a chance of inflicting accuracy down as well as Toxin, so even more residual damage. Oh, and Hammer Shake, as we just saw, it is essentially a weaker version of Sandblast. It is a single target move. He'll just like summon a boulder out from underneath you and do a lot of damage. But Fervid Typhoon, that is another one. It's an AoE attack. It affects pretty much everyone in a very wide circle around Y Infinite. It does moderate damage and inflicts knockback, but it's not the worst thing. Oh, Sandblast, doing that blowdown, terrible. Go for Snarl. Do we have many healers? Mio is the healer, but that's fine. Okay, we got Teach. Teach is probably going to be able to heal us, as well as Valdi. Having Valdi is a big advantage for the Agnian side, because he will do fairly good healing. Do you have anything else? Glaring Violation. There it is. It is a % chance to daze all enemies, and it's affecting everyone but Teach.
Defy me. Fine. If it's endless despair you wish for, I will grant it to you gladly.
And with Moebius, X and Y Infinite both taken care of with a lot more ease than I would have ever expected. I did not expect them to go that easily. Oh, we're still focusing down on Taion. No, we need to go back to Lands, or Noah. Where is Noah? Mio, Lands, Taion, Lands, Mio. Nope. Apparently, if they're in Ouroboros form, I can only count on Mio. Go for Mio, please. Fine, I don't mind this at all. Anyway, moving on, Z Infinite, the 4th phase. After you successfully defeat Infinite Y and Infinite Z, or Infinite X and Y, in that order, because X was a pain. Got the Topple, nice, got the Daze, go for Resonant Edge. Oh, nope, it was a bit too slow on that. That's fine. Where's Noah? I need Noah back. Noah does not, unfortunately, have Unlimited Sword. Ooh, a nice burst. That is very nice. We also have a Chain Attack. Definitely need to be aware of the Chain Attack. Grand Master does, in Phase 4, not only do we have to worry about the arts that we've already covered for Z Infinite, he also gets 4 new arts. Grandmaster wasn't one of them, but it wasn't one I covered in the first phase. Grandmaster is... Grandmaster is the move he uses to charge. He gets attack up as well as fast recharge. So he will do more damage and be able to do more arts quicker, which is something definitely to be wary of. But his 4 new arts, the first one is called Astrea. It is essentially a giant tornado art at the center of the field that does a lot of damage. What trick are you going to try and pull now? Or are you just going to try and move? Oh, Origin Punishment. Oh, that is kind of terrifying. Get up. Everyone needs to get up. Go, 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 go. Origin Punishment. That is one of the 4 new arts. Oh, you guys, okay, they're all up. That's good. Senna's down, but that's fine. Origin Punishment. That is something he'll start to use at 85%, and it is characterized by that little lull in the fight where he teleports behind you and then does that massive giant wave attack. It hits all targets as well as topple and dazes you, so it is a very dangerous art. If that's something that gives you trouble, immediately switch over to your healers or your defenders or whoever you want to prioritize to manually break them out of the daze and the topple. Otherwise, you'll be there for like 4 or 5 seconds just waiting for them to get back up. Definitely want to prioritize your healers for that. Moonless. Oh, that's the wave that does the topple. Definitely kind of terrifying. Yeah, our health is way too low to not do the chain attack. We need to heal. Radiant Artificer, Masha, definitely take care of this. Go for... You do it first. Get as much healing as possible. That'll get everyone up to a good chunk of damage. Noah, do this. Still resisted for the breaks. I believe he still has the same amount of resistances, like the 90% break resistance, 75% physical debuff resistance, and immunity, naturally, to blow down, knockback, and ether debuffs. So that is definitely something to be aware of. Noah's the one who comes back. Pretty nice. Do Mio. Our health is looking pretty good. Masha, definitely still do more and more and more, please. Then Noah, can we get the break? If we can get the break, I do want to continually try and do that. Anyway, we covered Estrella and Origin Punishment, so he has another one called Moebius Diffusion, which is, I believe, a wave attack that does moderate damage and inflicts knockback. So that's probably how he's going to be disrupting and interrupting your attacks. Wow, we don't have... Oh, we only have healers and defenders. That's fine, though. Again, like I said, this is mainly a healer-focused chain attack. So, again, not a lot of damage. Masha can take care of the next bit. Ooh, Arts Heal. Yeah, set that up on the ground, because that'll be very nice to have once we're done with this chain attack. And then Uni can do... Oh, go for Taunt. We definitely want to keep the aggro on our defenders, if at all possible. Man, do we have any... honestly, I think we covered all of the things about Zed Infinite. He still has his original Phase 1 art set, like I said, plus those 4 that we covered. Or, well, I know we didn't cover the 4th one, but hold off on that. This is not the best, most efficient use of the chain attack, but that's fine. Tyon, do as much damage as possible. And then Noah can deal with the rest of this. Go for Cross Impact. Resisted the break, but that's fine. Anyway, because the X and Y Infinite fights went by way quicker than I thought, a thing to note about them, they have significantly less max HP than Zed Infinite himself does, so that's essentially why they went by a lot faster. When they were making the game, they were like, oh, if we're going to split the party and only have like 3 of the people fighting, definitely want to lower that max HP, which is fine, that's fine. But most of those arts are going to be the same ones that we fought them, or that they had when we fought them in the defense towers in Origin proper. So if you had a good grasp on their fighting techniques in there, then you'll have a decent enough fight against them in their infinite forms. So again, no need to worry super much about them. Oh, Moebius Diffusion, that was what we were talking about. Noah's down, but that's fine. And again, taking another tiny step back to X and Y and then splitting the party, that is why I recommended changing the classes on your Egnian and Kevesi people. Like, make sure at least one person in the Ouroboros pair has each of the classes. So, like I said, Noah, Uni, and Lance, make sure one of them is an attacker, a healer, and a defender. For the first one, it's not super necessary if one of your people, like Noah, Uni, and Lance, it's not the worst thing in the world if you have like 2 attackers or 2 defenders or whatever in that one, because if your hero is a healer, then you'll have a healer. Whatever healer you bring to this fight will be in the Kevesi section of that, so definitely want to be aware of that. Let's go into Interlink ourselves. Let's see if we can't get break. Go for No effect on that. That's fine. As much damage as possible. Oh, we got the break. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go swap. We can get the daze. Does anyone have a daze? We got the nice daze. Very nice. Oh, I probably should have done launch on that one, but that's fine. 50% health.
I have long awaited this moment. I too shall join the fight. Witness all I am. Just a bit more. Give it everything. This'll finish it.
Zeg, that future of despair you
At 50% health. Oh, he's going to do and topple and kill half the party. But that's fine because Melia and Nia both have joined the fight. They are fighting with us, and this is going to herald our doom because half the party is dead. Lansmeo, I need you to start getting people up, please. Once they get us up. Oh, the health is not doing terrible. We'll talk more about the specifics of Melia and Nia in the future because, spoilers, there's stuff to talk about. Not right now, though. But Melia is an attacker, and Nia is a healer. So, definitely, and they are very powerful versions of each of those. Nia right there just instantaneously brought everyone back up to full. So, if you need healing during this last half of the fight, definitely go and stick by Nia. She is a very powerful healer. Moebius diffusion, that took out Masha, but she's already back up because of, again, very powerful healing. Let's go for a cross impact. Oh, elemental discharge. How long has it been since we've heard those awesome words? Can we get some starlight kicking action, Melia, please? Instantaneously topple them. Because, oh, not us. I take back my words. Everyone needs to get back up, please. Oh, man. Do we go for a chain attack? Ooh, do we want to go for a chain attack? I'm not sure if we need to. I think I'm overconfident enough to say that I don't necessarily need the chain attack. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll only use it if we need healing. And that's probably not going to be a super massive concern now that we have Nia at the party. Let's just go for more interlinked power because that is a rather big section of our damage. Oh, we are so close. We are so close. Man, this fight is going way better than I ever expected it to. And another tip I can offer is your interlinking form. It is a very powerful. Not necessarily for its, damage output, which, I mean, it very well could be, but for taking in attacks. Ooh, infinite finale. Go for... Right, okay. Unfortunately, Lance and Senna were not in the Ouroboros form for that, but that's fine. Infinite finale is one of the 4 arts that he gets at this stage of the fight after Nia and Melia join up, and it is the last one that we have not covered until now. Infinite finale is what happens at this stage of the fight. As I said, it is essentially a rain of lasers that hits all targets, as well as inflicting continuous damage. I think it's burn. It's either burn or toxin. It's a pretty powerful one. But again, stick by Nia, stick by your healers, you'll be fine. Man, do we want to end things with a chain attack? No, I don't think we do. It's just too slow. Estrella, another Estrella, that's fine. But this fight, honestly, completely honestly, I think I might have over-prepared for this. I mean, don't get me wrong, when it comes to the final fight, there's no way you can over-prepare. Especially because, genuinely, if I think I was less prepared, this fight would be incredibly difficult. I do genuinely attribute it to... Oh, his resistances. I do attribute it to our gem crafting, because one of the gems that I made, I think... excuse me, one of the gems that we made was a healer-focused gem that increases the amount of HP that my people are revived with, and that is critical because if you're not prepared, especially if your healers are lackluster or not as effective as possible, he can very easily get you into like a stun lock, or like he'll knock out your party, and then your healers will get them back up, but they'll be at such low HP that the next attack he does will just knock them right back out, and that can be a very dangerous loop to get into. But I do believe, honestly, we're really close to beating this. Oh, nice burst. Can we finish this with Mega Spinning Edge? We can indeed. Oh boy. Success.
What power? Crazy! This is the force of people's will!
You taking the mick? It's terrifying. Not knowing how tomorrow will turn out. How you will.
But still, you can't just hold it in place. If you did that, you'd never change. You can't change the world like that.
That's why I want to move on. We'll claim the future and shape it ourselves.
And when you cannot choose, what then? In that desperate moment, who will be there to soothe you? The self is all that exists. As such, the only cure for despair is total oblivion. That is the face of the world. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. This rotten world. I loathe it.
Lieutenant, what's that light? It's coming from inside Origin. No, the cries of Moebius. With the sheer ferocity of it. Noah. Mio. So he didn't disappear back then?
Mm-mm. They were inside, with us. Think about it. They're still really the same people.
We were conceived from regret. Sorry. Unlike you, who sprung forth from hope, regret is our be-all and end-all. If only we'd made the right choice. If only things had been different.
Blindly, we never tried to change ourselves, wishing only that the world would instead. We clung to the egotistical dream of being together forever.
But that's only natural. Anyone would wish for that. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Thank you. But now, our prolonged existence here, it only serves to strengthen those within this frozen moment in time, who would keep it thus.
So you see, we have but one choice here. Stop it! Em! Don't do it! We'll think of a way to deal with Moebius!
What you see over there, it's not Zed or Moebius, but a single, intense desire. Your thoughts, they can never affect a desire. But we who embody that very same desire.
You can just stay here! Please, stay! Walk this world with us! We can walk it together!
Noah's right! You've done enough! You don't have to do this! You could finally be here together!
Such kindness. Your eyes, they brim with it. I ask myself, were our eyes the same on that day? And... Noah, Mia, though we came from different worlds, we were able to leave a life behind.
It was a hope for the future. Our hearts and our dreams intertwined, and we were given the chance to weave new life. And therefore, it's all good.
Believe in yourselves. All of you will certainly reach heights that we were unable to. You guys can surely make it.
You can take our place in the future.
Zed and the other Moebius. They wanted to protect the world too.
That's why they created one they could control. I see where they were coming from.
That's something that we feel almost every day.
Having to change. To continue to change. That's sparking scary.
But we can say this. Even if we are reborn later, right then, what we think and feel that moment is real. To sacrifice that is never the right way.
If you can't be true to yourself, then you're doing something wrong.
Are you content with your decision?
Very soon, the stilled flow of time will restart. You can change your mind if you act now.
You did not just tell us to become Moebius.
Yeah, can you even imagine?
Noah?
Why are you wavering, Noah?
Some want to go on, and some want to stay. In this world, there are so many mingled desires. But does anyone have the right to choose?
Oh, don't you start minding us now. Just having the chance to be born in that world you make, that'll be plenty. So, you know, you just gotta do it your way.
Gondor.
Though if I can, I might want a better name, eh?
Noah, all of us here want the same thing. It's how the future should be.
Yeah, you're right.
The future is right there. Believe in the actions you've taken, in your friends. And above all, you should believe in yourselves.
Well then, The answer's simple.
Noah, come on! Ain't got all day.
Yeah, I know. Right with you. I realized there's something I haven't said yet.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't thanked you.
What's this now?
Thank you for sticking with me. Without you by my side, I'd never have made it here.
Oh, come on. You had to say that?
I'm serious here.
I know you are.
Huh?
Listen, Noah, I feel just the same. Without you, I think my wishes would never have come true.
I see. I guess so.
So I'll say it too. Thank you, Noah. Truly.
We weren't half bad as a team, were we?
Yeah, passable, for sure.
Just passable. I'm sure you meant unsurpassable, right?
Oh, I think I'll let you decide the passing grade, Lancey.
Ah, come on, weirdo.
Guess we won't be working out together anymore.
Yeah. I'm not keeping tabs, but don't you slack off.
I am not gonna slack off. I'll train every day, thinking of you.
Yeah. Same here.
Here,
What's this?
a herbal tea recipe. You have to dry your own leaves. You should manage.
Isn't this kind of pointless?
Pointless?
I mean, if the worlds are gonna drift apart again, this paper won't last.
I considered that, of course. The paper and the ink, it all comes from your world.
And the leaves for the tea. Even those and all.
What do you think?
We'll check you out.
Who am I if not scrupulous?
Who? Well, you're my best bud. Both best, to be exact.
Only fourth? Huh. Wait a minute. There's Noah and Lance. Did she count Joran? Oh, why am I only listing guys? Just chill out, Tyon.
What's up? Is there a problem?
At least put me second or even third. Fourth seems a little harsh.
I'll think about it.
Banana!
It is time.
Guess this is goodbye.
Yeah. Still, even if we're worlds apart, I swear I won't.
I won't let go. Not ever. I'll always be with you. Our feelings, forever interlinked.
Wherever we are.
Yeah. Wherever we are.
Our worlds in their current states are still young. If in passing, they do themselves harm, I suppose even then they cannot but carry on.
Still, I have faith. Even if now we become separated for a time, one day we'll surely get to walk hand in hand again.
Everyone, thank you.
I will see you soon then.
I see you peacefully. You're in your dreams. Everything seems calm and free. I know if we want this warmth to last forever again, let's go back to that moment of death. I see you smiling now, so peacefully and cheerfully talking at me. These happy days must carry on. So once again, let's go back to the start. This goodbye is not the end, I know. Until we meet again, our feelings will remain the same. Together as one, till we find ourselves
One day,
again.
I'll come see you. I promise.
Me too! One day! I promise!
This is the truth of our world. Memories melt in the morning light, and then a new day begins. Roads stretch out before us. So many paths. Which do you choose? That's up to you. Sometimes you might run astray. You'll stop, maybe cry in frustration. But you know, that's all right. For the roads, they go on without end. So look up, face forward, toward your chosen horizon, and just walk on.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The main story completed. Final boss defeated. The world's saved. Man, oh man, I genuinely cannot believe I am finally here, sitting at my chair, watching these credits finally roll. Man, oh man, this series has been going on for months. It was the first series that I ever chose to do on the channel way back in January. It's the first Let's Play, and it's finally done. Not completely, not completely. There's still plenty of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 yet to come, and I'll talk about that right now. Tiny bit of housekeeping to talk about. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Man, oh man, there is a lot of stuff to talk about. There is a post-game, so there are going to be bonus episodes. I expect about 5 bonus episodes, maybe less. We'll talk more about those in the next episode, because we are doing the bonus episodes before we do Futures Redeemed. And Futures Redeemed, that's gonna be a mighty big project all on its own. It's coming. It's going to be coming, because man, oh man, I have been waiting months. I have been waiting on a bated breath for months to do Futures Redeemed, because man, oh man, I am a massive fan of the Xenoblade Chronicles franchise. So when Xenoblade 3 was like, oh my god, they're doing a third one. What path are they gonna do? What story are they gonna tell with Xenoblade 3? And I'm like, okay, they did this story. It was great. And then they're doing Futures Redeemed. And it's like, that's a massive story DLC. And I'm like so excited for that. But at that point, I had started the Let's Play back in January or whenever. And I'm like, I can't just play the DLC by myself and not record it. I can't just not record the blind playthrough. I need my genuine reactions to all of the stuff that may come. And I'm like, now I need to finish the Let's Play, and that's gonna take months. But here we are. And like, oh my god, there's one last leg of the race before we can get to Futures Redeemed. Oh my goodness gracious. And that ending though, oh my god, talk about inspiring. I will say, my opinion on the finale, the closing, the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 might be a bit of a hot take. It might be a tiny bit controversial compared to what the general consensus may or may not be. I don't know what the general consensus is. I haven't looked at what anyone else's opinions on this is. I want to be as neutral and true to myself as possible. And of the 3 games, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, I will say, the ending, we'll talk a little bit more about like the specifics, because they're, shock of all shocks, there's a post-credit scene. But I will say, the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think, oh, the controller, don't go to sleep, controller, you've been doing so well. I'm glad you didn't fall asleep in the middle of the fight or the finale, because that would have been awkward. So I'm glad you're doing that in the credits. Anyway, technical issues aside, I will say the ending of this game, I think, personally to me, is the weakest of the 3 endings. Now, let me justify that. This was by no means a bad ending. I loved the ending. I just think of the 3, it's the weakest. And for one reason, or one big reason more than anything else, is I'm going to try my level best to not spoil anything about the endings of 1 and 2, in case you want to either play them for yourselves or go and watch someone else play them. But the endings for 1 and 2 are unambiguous in their ambiguity. I will say the endings for 1 and 2 are open and ended enough that you can like hope for the future. It's like the future is open to you as like a narrative, like to the characters in those games. They're like, we can walk our own path, choose our own destinies. We can make the future our own type of ambiguity. Like, all of the story plot threads were neatly tied up. Everything was, you know, really satisfying conclusions, and everything was really nice and well put together, and it was a solid, completed story. Fantastic stories in Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 3, on the other hand, I think is ambiguous to a more unsatisfying degree compared to 1 and 2. I think, personally, it's just not as wrapped up in terms of loose threads. And again, I'll talk more about this after the post-credit scene a little bit. But aside from that, honestly, I'm just still baffled that we made it here after so long. This is going to be a massive video, but, you know, that's fine. This is the finale of Xenoblade 3, and like Xenoblade 3 itself, it's going to be massive. Anyway, aside from that, I had a thought. What was my thought? Oh my god, I try and talk about one thing, and it just vanishes from my brain. What was my thought going to be? My thought. It's gone. Nope. Completely gone. Honestly, I think I might just let the rest of the credits play out. I'll let the music roll, and then we'll catch back up probably after that final credits, and maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll be like, oh, I remember my thought. Probably won't, because my brain, it's a sieve, but that's fine.
Oh.
Noah! What are you doing, man? They'll start the fireworks without us.
Get a move on already, or all the good spots will be taken.
Exactly, so come on, move it!
Sorry, I zoned out for a sec. I'm coming.
As the morning sun rises, my lingering memories fade. I no longer see your silhouette. It's too far gone into the haze. But hey, it's all right. I won't forget you. Not until we can meet again. I swear it.
Hopefully with those last two final bits of cutscene and dialogue, you can kind of get a little bit of an understanding of what I meant with the ambiguity of the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 being slightly less satisfying than 1 and 2. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely a hopeful, like, hooray, let's go to the future, walk our own path type of ambiguity. In that regard, it's very much similar to 1 and 2. But the reason why I was personally, more dissatisfied with the ending of 3 compared to 1 and 2 is because I really felt like it had all of the hallmarks of a it's just a dream type story. And I absolutely understand from a narrative perspective that the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, it's like the entire premise of the story was that people's emotions, their desire for like, I don't want things to end. We need more time. I don't want to go. Like all of those emotions, as Moebius said, coalesced and humanized or personified in Zed through Origin, stopped time in that single moment before the intersection that destroyed the world. I understand that narratively that it would make sense that the world would be like, oh, we're going to keep going? Let's just start right back off to exactly when time stopped. It'll just keep going, and that's that instant. But to me, it felt like it kind of lessens all of the impact of the lessons, like lessons as in the things that you learn versus lessons that, like decreases. They're the same pronunciation, but I feel like it lessened the experiences and everything that happened to the characters in Ionios, because the way I interpret that ending is they don't remember anything about Ionios. So all of the experiences that they went through and everything that they learned, it was all just a dream that they don't even remember. And I personally, to me, it just feels unsatisfying, because the endings of 1 and 2, again, without spoiling it, they were very concrete in how they wrapped up their stories. There was certainly a measure of ambiguity about, where the characters would go, but like in universe, what would they do next? They would live their lives, obviously, and what that held was completely ambiguous, and that's the kind of ambiguity. Take a shot every time I say ambiguity or ambiguous. Go to the hospital. But that's the kind of like, you don't know what the future holds, and that's the best type of open-ended story. The Xenoblade 3 open-ended story, I felt, again, was just lacking that same concrete structure that was very much present within 1 and 2. And again, this my words that I am speaking is all from the perspective of someone who has never touched or experienced Futures Redeemed. All of this criticism could be completely mitigated and rendered moot by the story that's told in Futures Redeemed. I just don't know. And if that is the case, I am more than willing to take back this criticism, because honestly, the way the story ended is my biggest criticism for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I loved Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Definitely up there with 1 and 2, without question. But just because it's up there, I do think because of the weakness of the ending, to me, it's the third best. Because, like, for the longest time, 1 and 2 have been neck and neck with which is my favorite. I tend to lean more towards Xenoblade 2 than 1, but it fluctuates. But 3, I think, is definitely in third place. Again, standing on the shoulders of giants. Like, these are fantastic games. No question about that. Futures Redeemed. Oh, so tempted. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Xenoblade 3 is a fantastic game. No question about that. But that's just my personal opinion. That's all on me, baby. You're more than welcome to disagree. If you wanna have a chat about that, leave a comment about why you think 3 is better than 1 or 2, and we could gladly have a chat. Anyway, what comes next? You may be wondering. If you remember, like an episode or 2 ago, I think it was in 134. That I said I would be doing a comprehensive analysis and breakdown of the story and the characters and everything about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That is definitely going to come eventually in the future. It's in the works. It is in that where I will fully flesh out and articulate my opinions, like, really concretely about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And I'll actually be able to... Fair warning, in that one, I will be talking about spoilers about 1 and 2, but again, more actual detail about that in the future when that inevitably drops. So, hey, keep your eyes out for that. It'll come in the future. After Futures Redeemed, because, again, Futures Redeemed absolutely has the capabilities to completely upend my opinion of this game. And honestly, from the very, very little I do know, potentially even with 1 and 2. I know that Shulk and Rex are in the DLC. I don't know to what extent or how much they're involved or what they're going to be doing. I don't know. I'll save that for the future. But for the next bits going forward, the next few episodes of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 are going to be those bonus episodes I mentioned because there are some things to do. There are 2 brand new heroes that we'll talk to and get to know. You'd probably be able to guess who they are, but that's going to be a fun time. And then, I've been holding off on this for whatever reason. I'm going to be doing a guide on the location and the best strategies of every single unique monster. So that's going to be its own bonus episode in and of itself, which is going to be a challenge. That bonus episode might come even later down the line, maybe even past Futures Redeemed. I don't rightly know about that. And then there was that one very random side quest by the Land of Challenge entrance that you had to beat the game first. So I have no idea what that's about. But all of that content, as well as Futures Redeemed, is going to be coming eventually. Or, well, the day after tomorrow, if you're watching this live when it goes up. I'm not slowing down. Just because we beat the main story does not mean we're slowing down. Anyway, I have been rambling more than enough for a finale episode. If you wanted to just, like, see the credits roll and then just see those last 2 scenes and then peace out, I don't blame you one bit. This is just the housekeeping section of the video. Anyway, aside from that, I need to give my thanks to all of you awesome viewers at home, because this series has been going on for months and you have been sticking with me through thick and thin, through every single side quest. And man, there were a lot of side quests, but we're done mostly with the side quests. There's one left that I know of, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for sticking with me for all 135 episodes of the main stories of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So whether you watched this incredible game for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the bonus episodes and potentially Futures Redeemed of a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 later.